The Raiders traveled to Cincinnati to take on the hot, moxie-having son of a bitch Joey Burrow and the Bengals squad. Now listen, this Bates dude in the back end deserves more conversation. What a fucking ball hawk beast. But whenever you look back on the weekend while you were representing the pod, putting your parlay together for that game, what stuck out to you the most? And how come we didn't win there early?
Well, I mean, I think, we want to take credit, or not credit, but responsibility for, not getting the ball rolling and for all the other parlays not hitting. I think that was on us. But look, no Renfro scored, no Jamar Chase scored, no Mixon scored, no Waller scored. It was all a bunch of guys that, you didn't really expect to be showing up and playing ball.
Uzama getting back into the paint. I mean, that's good news. Ty, I feel like you guys had a pretty good read on how that game was going to go. And although the Bengals do get a win, it wasn't how we expected it to happen. Joey Burrow puts those sunglasses on after that game. Is anybody stopping the Bengals right now? They got the Titans this upcoming weekend in beautiful Nashville. But goddamn, they look very calm, cool, and collected. I listened to the interview after the game with Joey B because I forgot I got to change channels to go to the next game.
That's right.
So they don't tell you that, by the way, because they kind of trap you in their little post-game bullshit.
Right into 60 minutes.
Oh, here we go. Boom, boom, bang. We got you.
Right.
So I actually heard the interview that Joey Burrow did on the field with the pads on, and he said, this isn't a big deal. We just got to move on and win the next game or whatever. I'm like, that's what I love to hear.
Yeah. Yep.
Because in that locker room, they're acting very different. Mm-hmm. Okay? And maybe out and about in the clubs of Cincinnati, hey. Woo. Hey. Hey.
Ooh.
Hey. Maybe from a socially distant standpoint, they were having a good time celebrating the first playoff victory in the Natty in 31 years. The first team to win a playoff game without an indoor practice facility in 31 years. Cincinnati had to celebrate and be excited. Their fan base showed up early and very, very drunk. I feel like we could have hit that same game parlay, but in the end, what we took away from it was good for Cincinnati.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that was kind of like the shining light of the whole thing. It's like, well, at least this game didn't also fucking stink, because the Bengals are very fun to watch. Like that's a team that for the next couple years here, I think they should be a little bit concerned. I saw Zach Taylor was out at a bar giving the city of Cincinnati a game ball, people popping in, taking selfies. If he gets COVID and can't coach next week, I don't want to rain on the parade just yet, but yeah, that Bengals team is very fun to watch, and I think Joe Burrow, obviously a dude, and you're thinking like, hey, this team could win the AFC, go to the Super Bowl, and then you watch the Josh Allen, it's like, oh, well, this guy's really good too. Okay, you've basically become the de facto queen of Cincinnati throughout this season. When you look at like the Bills and the Chiefs and how explosive they've looked over the last few weeks, do you think the Bengals have gone from just like an exciting team that's really fun to watch to someone who could really actually like push those two teams in the AFC and potentially get to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, today on the show, the guys were saying that the AFC Super Bowl is between the Bills and the Chiefs. And if I'm a Titans fan and I'm a Bengals fan, I'm like, whatever.
What else, dude?
We can do this either. But I mean, everyone sleeps on the Titans. They're the least talked about team in the NFL for some reason.
That's your fault. Weird. Hey, that's the NFL's fault. Dan Zeus.
You think?
Yeah,
Dan Zeus. Dan Hanzus, the representative.
Oh, yeah, Dan.
Yeah.
I'll give him hell next time he's on our show later this week. Yeah, but I mean, Derrick Henry coming back, they're going to play for Vrabel. I'm going to say the it's Joe Burrow. Like, I put him right up there with Allen and Mahomes when it comes to like, I don't shake. I'm not going to flinch. He doesn't care. He is completely unrattleable, if that's a word. Oh. And I love that about him. I think that sort of trickles down to the whole offense. My big worry, I think they've got the offensive firepower, sure, to take on those teams. What happened to their D-line is a drag beyond drags. Like, to deal with Derrick Henry, Trey Hendrickson, back with the Saints, I was like, hey, Sean Payton and company, you guys sure you don't want to give this guy some money and let him stay here? And they didn't. They let him go to the Bengals, and he had like a 10-game sack streak. He's incredible, an absolute game breaker. And if he's hurt, we had Mike Daniels leave the game. I don't think he's coming back. Ogunjobi, like, it's just that D-line up against Henry could not be a worse situation. So hopefully they can heal up through the week, because that's my big worry.
How do you balance having inside information and then also having to be live for 3 hours every single morning? Like you just said, hey, Sean Payton, don't you think you guys want Trey Hendrickson? And we know that you have a pretty good source at the Saints. I think there has been some times where, okay, Adams is saying this about the Saints, so that means, hey, Probably.
Gospel.
You know, you have to like kind of pick and choose. And now with, you know, how much your show has dominated the NFL, I assume you have a lot of friends in a lot of buildings. How do you pick and choose, and how do you figure that out? You just kind of got to compartmentalize that, or have you ever gotten to a point where, you know, you've said something you weren't supposed to say?
It's kind of a game, I guess. I'm not an insider, though, so I don't want to put that out there. Like, I know, you know, when I say, hey, I just say it, like, through the show. I'll get on the air and I'll say it. I'm not, like, calling Mickey Loomis. And,
hey, that'd be sweet. That'd be sweet if you did, though. Like, hey, Mickey, we're thinking.
Like, Gail Benson, we gotta talk about. No, that's not what happens. I guess I could. I don't know. I just enjoy the game. So I call it like I see it. I like to give. My thing that I always go for the underdog. It's why I like the Bengals. That's why I like the Titans right now, because no one's talking about them.
I wanted to pivot to the Bengals Raiders. Joe Burrow has obviously people very excited in Ohio. Like, do the Bengals actually have a chance? I think I may have asked you this the last time you were on, but now they win a big playoff game. Joe Burrow is, I mean, absolutely on fire right now this last month. What are their chances?
Great sunglasses.
I mean, they got a chance. You know, they got a puncher's chance. You know, great talent on the offensive side of the ball. Same on the defensive side. You know, we'll see if Trey Hendrickson is back for the next round. I know he went out the last game, but I mean, you got the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC who's been doing this since Mahomes been in there. You got the Bills who are wagging. You got some teams who have kind of been there, done that, and this is kind of the Bengals. You know, first time there with Zach Taylor, first win, 31 years playoff win for the city. So huge, but they got a chance because Joe Burrow, 25 years old, he's only in his second year, but he looks like the moment is never too big. So on that team, he can lead that team, and those guys believe in him. So they definitely got a puncher's chance. But it's going to be tough. A lot of people aren't talking about Tennessee, and Tennessee is the 1 seed. They found ways to win all year. Derrick Henry coming back at home. Mike Vrabel, probably the coach of the year this year. He'll have his guys flying around. So, I mean, the Bengals are the dogs right now, and I'm sure a lot of people will be betting on them. But I wouldn't write those Tennessee Titans off yet.
Yeah, the Titans haven't been talked about all year, especially once Derrick Henry got hurt so many weeks ago. But Vrabes has done nothing but figure out ways to win down there. A lot of grit in the locker room. People got to go through Nashville if they want to make it in the AFC. Good luck down there. Good luck in the Music City. And whenever you talk about Joe Burrow, it felt like he was the only one in all of Cincinnati, including Zach Taylor, that said, hey, we haven't done shit yet. That was the post-game interview. He was like, we haven't really won anything. Let's keep it moving. It's like, well, for 31 years, this was not even something that was feasible in Cincinnati. So who knows about the hangover, the celebration, and Zach Taylor's out karaoke and giving a game ball to the city.
Love it.
I do too. Let's hope Deltacron, though, wasn't in there dancing.
Oh, no.
Let's hope Deltacron wasn't in there dancing with Zach Taylor. You know, you're finally winning, Zach. Right. I wish they enjoyed the hell out of that. Those moments don't come a lot. I do like the fact that Joe Burrow acted like it wasn't a big deal.